Okay, you'll
Right.
figure it out.
Hello, we're back once again every Thursday, as we always are. Today, we
Mm,
have no special guest except for Sam Rydwood, as everyone's abandoned us once more. And
yeah.
on to the first topic, as always. You know it, we know it, you need to cover it in more detail, as it's now come back into modern politics and the modern mainstream and really needs to be covered in gory but 100% full detail.
This is London. You will now hear a statement by the Prime Minister.
I am speaking to you from the Cabinet Room at 10 Downing Street. This morning, the British ambassador in Berlin handed the German government a final note stating that unless we heard from them by 11 o'clock, that they were prepared at once to withdraw their troops from Poland, a state of war.
So I think that clears up about most of the, general topic. And on to large news. There's a new chaser in town. And we have the voice of the chase, Sam Rydwood, on here to talk about it. So, do you think this new chase is going to be good? Say better than the Beast or the what's his name?
Dark Destroyer?
Yes, the Black Man.
Yeah. So,
talk about his performance
obviously,
on his first ever time on the show, because viewers may be surprised it's not actually as a panelist.
yeah. I mean, his debut episode was banging. It brought in viewers from all across the world.
Yeah, but what was his first ever episode? He wasn't a.
Oh yeah, he didn't start as a chaser. He started being chased. You see,
exactly. Believe that.
And he performed so well.
They hired him. Exactly. So, what's his real name? This chaser.
Well, many believe it's Dara, but I don't think it is.
Dara the Barrow. Brackets wheelbarrow. And on to our next subject.
Fun fact about Dara.
Go on.
He invented the desk fan.
Did he actually?
Yeah, he did.
Do you know the desk fan was actually made out of hardened penny pasta when it was first invented by Dara? But he moved from Italy to Ireland, and well, it all changed then. In later news, bricks now cost more than houses. Yes, that's right. People are ripping apart their own homes to harvest the beautiful bricks inside, selling it for, well, more than a house. This has led to a rapid decline in the housing market, with houses going up to, well, £1 million apiece. People are now using their bricks, which are now back cheaper than houses, to build more houses, then with which to sell them. People then harvest that for bricks. They then use those bricks to build houses. It's a complicated world. Oh, breaking news. Spotted by new music rap. Oh my god, nobody cares. Please stop talking about it. Nobody cares if you're really, really good about that indie genre. You think they care? No. On to terrible maritime disasters. Hello, and welcome to a little segment I like to call Watch Naval Disasters with Yui. Now here we have a real cult classic to start off the segment, and the first ever time we do it, the sinking of the HMS Barham. Little backstory, took a few torpedoes to the hull, and well, let's see. Now, a couple main issues with this is the boat is now sinking low in the water. This is an issue, as that means it will take on water, and unless this boat is a submarine, that it means it will sink. Now, a couple pieces of evidence lead me to believe this boat is not a submarine, and one of those is, as you'll see in a second, the fact that it explodes when it takes on water. This could be deadly to any submarine, seeing as that's what they're supposed to do. So, this is a damn shame, not just to the submarine enthusiasts, but to all the sailors that died. So that wraps up this short segment. I hope you enjoyed it, and well, wait for the next segment next week, which will be aeronautical disasters, starting with the world famous Hindenburg disaster. Thank you very much. Back onto the podcast. So we have Samuel Woodward on to talk about the trials and tribulations of being Sam Woodward, and one thing he really hates. He will rant about to the very end. He's got 30 seconds. Hello, Sam Woodward.
I hate advent calendars.
Yes, why do you hate advent calendars?
24 days. Is this a joke? I'm not going to wait 24 days for a minuscule, bite-sized piece of chocolate. It's a joke. It's a joke. I'm fuming.
Do you have one every single day, or do you wait 24 days and have them all?
On the 25th day, I don't.
That's very sad. Well, after that rant, on to mine. W.H. Smith's Half Minute. W.H. Smith's a shop you all know on the high street and in the sky. We talked about it on the road. We talked about it in gift cards. And now, talking about it in general. W.H. Smith's, a land of hell, a realm of ice and snow, a land of fear, where any man can kill his neighbour and not get retribution from the gods of W.H. Smith, who left their workers there to die in agony. Debenhams is closing. A lot of shops are closing on the high street. Do you know who's standing strong, even though they're the most hated shop on the high street and literally make no money? W.H. Smith's curse them till they die. W.H. Smith's makes mega profits off people who, like your grandma, get your gift card. You go in, what are you going to buy? A Sharpie? Oh yeah, I really want a Sharpie. Thank you for that one. Now, I actually think that W.H. Smith's cards benefit our economy. They're like a way of donating to W.H. Smith's. It really is a sad existence we live in, where your grandparents donate to W.H. Smith's instead of the homeless at Christmas. And we've got later news that no fish are left in the sea. We've got professional fisherman and drug dealer Samuel Woodward on. Hello, Samuel Woodward.
Yeah.
What's life like in the fishing trade?
I mean, with no fish in the sea, the crack business is booming.
You know what they say, from crack to catch, it's Samuel Woodward. So, fish. What are they?
Well, it's an email scam, you see.
Some say they're God's punishment for the cliff and the bulldozer. Would you agree?
I beg to differ.
That's a shame. Samuel Woodward, have you ever read a book?
I have.
Good. We like books on this channel. And do you know what else we like? Fish.
No.
Come in. Do you know what else we love?
No.
Halberds. I'm kind of sick. What do you think? If a man with a sword versus a man with a halberd, who wins?
There's always a bigger fish. Unless you're in the sea.
No. Not halberd, which is a fish, I think. Halberd, right? Halberd versus sword is the long, like, spear. Who would win? Halberd versus sword. I got a halberd, you got a sword, or you got a halberd, you got a sword. Who's winning?
It depends which weapon this so-called halberd, whoever that is holding, you see.
They're holding a halberd.
So halberd is holding a halberd.
No. A halibut, which is a fish, is holding a halberd, which works at Tesco's and is a good friend of mine, which is holding a halberd, which is a sort of pike.
You see,
pike is also a fish. By pike I mean spear, which is also holding a pike, as in river fish that has big teeth.
You see, the thing is, if it's a fish, I've already caught it.
Good night.